Hey, okay, now you've seen that video, so you definitely have an idea of who our very first guest for today is. He's a man who knows his job so well that he's gotten a Grammy nomination. Not once, but twice. Now, he's been behind the scenes and careers of some of the biggest musical brands, both locally and internationally. And then also, he has also been in front of your screens, also not just behind. Well, you know him as Osha Bankuli J. You're welcome, sir. Great to have you in the house.
Hi, good morning.
Finally,
Thanks
wonderful.
for inviting
You're
me.
welcome, you're welcome. Now, you know, you're a name that a lot of people know the name. You know, sometimes, you know, it's hard to put the face together and all of that. But you have been in the industry for forever. For forever.
They're calling me ancient of this.
For forever. But then he's still quite a very young man. I want to go back to the beginnings because, you know, you are, a lot of people say, look, you're the man with the connections, you know everybody. How did this all start for you? Is this something you always wanted to do? How did this all start?
Well, you know, a lot of traits comes naturally. They are all inbuilt. They are all designed, casted by God. So your own, you know, like I was saying the other time, your own thing is to discover all those traits, you know, develop them and use them in a very good way.
Yeah.
For me, I've always, you know, I've always known that I can sing from age 4. You know, my dad was the choir master of the church, and I remember very well, anytime my mom is cooking, you know, you find out she put a 1-hour tape, and she starts singing. She picks melodies from the Bible, you know, Genesis chapter 1. And so God created, you know, and we'll be using ruler to play while she's cooking.
While she's cooking.
And we're always there, you know, watching her, you know, and I was absorbing that until I got to that age where, of course, yes, I can sing. You know, at age 4, I remember very well also that, you know, like every normal child, when they beat you, you're supposed to cry. But I don't do that. I will be humming probably, oh, tis bright and be
While they are beating
me. So my other brothers, they took turns to, like, if they want to amuse themselves, they just beat me. And they know you will.
What kind of brother?
But you should know that.
Kind of brothers are those?
We always have those kind of brothers at that time.
True.
You know, like I was trying to put to you. So the traits are there. Your own is to develop all those talents. God doesn't give one talent. He gives multiple talents.
But you have to find out.
You have to find out how it is and develop and use it judiciously.
Now, you've gotten so much that you've had global recognition. That's a place that normal people, you know, find it very hard. You know, you have that kind of local dominance. How does one have global relevance?
It's simple. When you come across people outside Nigeria, one thing that, you know, that prevails is that excellence. You know, excellence. Everybody wants perfection. They don't want storyteller.
And that's something that is not, people don't identify with Nigerians so much.
Well, if you're talking of perfection, Nigerians are very hardworking.
Okay, yes,
you understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Outside, the perception is not really that way.
Well, that's the reason why we have, you know, music industry, you have film industry, you know, you have a lot of ambassadors from there. Example, Rema. Rema has Dumebi, one of the biggest songs outside Nigeria. You know, people that doesn't even know Nigeria at that time trace Nigeria to the, you know, to that song. So you have so many ambassadors: Burna Boy, Whiskey, Tiwa Savage. You know, you have actors, actresses, and comedians and stuff like that. So those talents precede them. People watch them on YouTube. People watch them on everywhere. So it gives another different perception of the outlook of what Nigeria is.
Now, we saw this video. Now, this was quite a big one. We saw this video of yourself and Kanye West. Of course, it's not the first time you've been with them. But at that time, it was having the Sunday services. You know, there was quite a lot of buzz about Kanye West. And people started seeing you. It's not like you've been there, but people started seeing you in a very different light. You know, that excellence. What is it that they see? You know, what is it that how did you groom yourself to the extent that world-class international superstars decide to want to work with you, decide to want to associate with you, and all of that?
Okay, I will put it like this. I'm sure you visited so many restaurants. And there's one particular restaurant you always go to.
Very true.
Why do you go to that restaurant?
Because I like what they have there, because of, you know, the quality of what they offer.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is, you know. Every time I've come across, you know, people, it doesn't even matter if it is outside Nigeria or people that are, you know, from other countries. Even with just normal human beings that you meet, you come across, make sure you do the right thing. You know, talk and do. So it becomes a character. It becomes something that is part of you. Now, when you meet people outside Nigeria, you are not faking it. You are not doing it because they are white, they are brown, they are Caucasian, they are they are whatever color it is just that is inbuilt in you.
Wonderful. This is Friday. We're supposed to be having fun, but having fun and motivation at the same time. Thank you so much, Bankuli. Now, you have something coming up. You're working on the Chronicles of Afrobeat. Let's talk about that. Why did you decide to come up with that documentary, that project? What is this about?
Well, during that period where that, that video surfaced online with me and Kai in Uganda, I believe, God spoke to my heart, use your shining light and shine light other people too, because it's not only me that made it happen,
Like
Of course, there is a process. There are people that I've met through all the years too that have, showed me this is the path, and I was able to follow it and get to where I am. And doing that, after that scenario, I started scripting, writing stuff about, Chronicles of Afrobeat. Think about it. Do we have any documentary about high life?
No, we don't. No, we don't.
All we just have is just, snippet talks from, talk about Edi Okunta, talk about Victor Laia. Those are all the short stories. There's no, encompassing documentary that people of this generation can actually sit down and watch. The same thing with reggae story in Nigeria, the same thing with Calypso, the same thing with Fuji. It's all snippets.
Yes.
And people are just, attacking each other.
Get how all of them come together.
Exactly. Afrobeat, music journey is probably over 30 years now.
Yes, that's very
Exactly. True. Is it when we are 100 years old, we lose one member, that we begin to celebrate ourselves when they are still around and they are still kicking? So that, that is the base of the idea. And also to showcase those people that have used their sweat and blood to support, to grow the industry without even benefiting from it.
From it.
Exactly. And also to bring Nigerians in diaspora, because a lot of them have been impacted by the positive influence of Afrobeat sound outside Nigeria. There used to be a time in London where people, they refuse to claim they are Nigerian. They will act as if they are Jamaican. If you greet a Nigerian man, they tell you Wagwan. And you are like, but you look like a Nigerian. Say, all those kind of things. But now people are proud to come out, to embrace where they are from, which is good. And not just Nigerians, but also other Africans, and also bringing other cultures. A lot of people they like the sound. They like Whiskey, they like Davido, they like Burna Boy, they like Rema, they like Fireboy. So many of them like that. And so all those attractions are part of what, made that documentary.
Wonderful. There's a lot I want to talk about. Just, we've seen over the course of time, you said Afrobeat, of course, is over 30 plus years and all of that. You've seen a lot of artists come into relevance and go out of relevance. What do you think makes an artist evergreen? How can an artist maintain a relevance in music as a whole, from all that you know? How do you think it can happen?
Wow. Okay, that's a very good question. I would say character.
Character?
Yes, character.
Not really talent?
No, it's not talent. You can be talented and you can have all the fame. But if you have a bad character, it's just a matter of time. You will crash.
An example, what do you mean? When you say character, I know some people can be very ambiguous. What is that? What do you mean by character? How do you relate? What you exactly mean by that?
Character is how you treat people around you. Character is trust. Character is, spirit of saving. Character is sitting down and mapping out and also knowing that you are not, it's God-given talent. Character is for you to know that, people that are worshiping you are not your slave, but rather it's the other way around. So whether you like it or not, if you have a good character, it will sustain whatever talent you have. If you have that talent and you don't have character, it's just a matter of time before everything comes down crashing.
If I had 2 hours with you, it wouldn't be enough. We have to go now. We're going to chronicle this. We're looking forward to that. When is that documentary going to come out?
I don't want to give a specific time, but we're almost done.
You're almost done. Wonderful. I can't wait for it. Let's follow him on social media. How do we hit you up on social media?
Yeah, sure. You can get me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Just type Bankuli.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Osha J. It was a pleasure having you. We're going to get to see this interview on YouTube. There's a lot you're going to get from this. If you were not watching from the beginning, on YouTube, you definitely see it at TVC Connect. Thank you so much, Bankuli.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Same here.
All right. All the best. Yeah, that's it. That's all we can take. The first hour of the show is done. The second lap is coming right up after this recess.